Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces, 222. It is Tuesday, August 25th, 2020. I'm going to do a daily message from Spirit for today. My videos are getting harder and harder to find, even for people who have notifications on and things like that. Obviously, this is intentional. So those of you who will have access to my videos, please share them. You know, I only speak the truth. I only speak the truth. If it triggers you, it's what I'm supposed to do. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I don't purposefully trigger people. It's just that what I say triggers people. I've always been that way, and it took me a long time to realize that that's why, is because that's my mission. I'm supposed to trigger people. I'm supposed to make you think. I'm supposed to make you take a bigger look at a look at the bigger picture, basically, and to find your place in it. Now, I will say that a lot of people right now are coming to terms with their karma, basically with the way that they have behaved, with the way that they have contributed to certain situations and things like that. And I feel like right now, like if you look at the world of what's happening, and I've said this before, it's basically an external representation, Claire, of what's happening on the inside. A lot of us are, have been for the longest time afraid to take responsibility for the things that we've done, afraid to take responsibility for the way we've contributed maybe to something. I mean, just as an example, how have we contributed to the oppression of people in certain parts of the world? How have we contributed to that? Well, by not speaking up, by not talking about it, by brushing it under the rug, by saying, oh, it doesn't exist, right? It's not real. Things like that. Like, it's like, it's hard to explain, really, because I know what I'm going to say is going to get me shadow banned again, but it's just like, all the stuff that's happening, the stuff that came out about the church, things that came out about the church with the things happening with the children and things like that. People didn't want to believe that that was true, and I get it. Like, most people were good people, most people are good people. We don't want to believe that evil exists. We don't want to believe that there are people out there that might prey on children. We don't want to believe that. Why would we want to believe that's true, right? And it's like, I get it. It's sickening. It really is. But honestly, some of these things you have to face. You have to face the reality of the situation, the truth of the situation, clear. And where it fits in your reality, really. Okay, that's why I say the things that I say. That's why I know, and I get a lot of comments now, like people who are like, it's just a decent thing to do to wear a mask. I get that. I understand where you're coming from with that, but that's not my point. That's not my point. And if that's what you think my point is, you misunderstand, number one. And number two, if it triggered you, great. That's what it was supposed to do. I'm here to make you think, okay? That's what I do. And yes, I get crap for it. I do. I get persecuted for it. Trust me. I get all sorts of things for it, but I'm still doing it because that's what I'm supposed to do, regardless, okay? I have developed quite a thick skin over the years, to the point where, a lot of people think I'm cold, They think I don't care, but in reality, I do. I do care. I care about my collective. I care about people enough to speak the truth loud and clear so that you can understand what I'm saying and that you can see it for yourself. Because unless you see it, you're doomed to repeat it. Okay? There are people who are literally, who was it? One of people on my comments are saying, love looping. Don't you love looping? No, I absolutely don't. But there are people who are looping. They are repeating cycles over and over and over again because they haven't learned the darn lesson yet. They haven't learned the lesson yet. Okay, and these are some of the people that are coming at me in comments being like, I will always love Buddy. Okay, that's fine. You can love your divine masculine. You can love your divine feminine, but if they're abusive, don't put up with that behavior. What are you doing to yourself? Come on. Get real. Okay? Wow, this is interesting. So the first card out is Visions Beyond Life Visions of Life Beyond Death. This is huge. This is like past life stuff coming up. I feel like a lot of past life stuff is coming up right now for a lot of you, but it's actually cycling through this life. Like you're repeating cycles in this life from past lives. Does that make sense? It's like we all have a different... There are soul ages and there are different types of souls, okay? There are souls that continuously reincarnate over and over again until they reach their happy place, so to speak. I think I'm part of that group, like what they call the psychic group, where it's like you're continuously reincarnated over and over and over again. And you go through a lot of different tests. I'm sure I failed some tests and I'm sure, you know, I passed some tests. But there are, you know, I feel like a lot right now, people are recognizing some things from past life stuff, okay? Do some searches on that, on soul age and things like that, because it's really going to correlate with your soul age depending on what you need to learn in this particular lifetime. Not everybody is going to wake up in this lifetime. Not everybody is. I'm sorry. They're just not, okay? Not everybody is an old soul. Not everybody is an ancient soul. Not everybody is this, that, and whatever, okay? Wherever your soul group is, wherever your soul age is, it's like that's what dictates what you're supposed to be learning in that particular lifetime. And we have all been there. Those of us who have reincarnated over and over again. I know I'm an ancient soul. I'm a really old soul, okay? I have reincarnated so many times, but I've gone through everything. I've gone through every single stage, okay? So we have all been there and we will all be there at some point. You see what I'm saying? So there are people in this lifetime who are not going to wake up. They're just not, because they're not supposed to. And I know I've said this before. It's like they're reading off a script. They're actors. They are there to do what they're told and only to do what they're told. And, you know, it's like, you know, the other ones are there to navigate through. It's like everybody has a part to play. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like watching a movie, okay? Third ray of creative intelligence. This came up yesterday in collective, okay? This is, yeah, we are creating our own reality. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. There's a difference between turning a blind eye to the truth and creating your own reality, okay? I think some people get that confused. You know, it's like, oh, well, if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. No, not necessarily true. That is not necessarily true at all, okay? It's whether or not you integrate the truth within your reality. That's the point. Okay, and a lot of us have been so defensive about that. I feel like a lot of us are resisting triggers because of that. It's like we're trying to create this reality where no bad exists whatsoever. I'm like, you can't have that. You have to have an equal balance of both. You have to have an equal balance of dark and light. I'm sorry, you do, okay? That's the whole point, is balance, right? But love does matter. And I think that's where a lot of people are confused, okay? It's like, yes, you can love people, but it doesn't mean you have to accept their behavior. It doesn't, okay? You have the right to put up your boundaries. You have the right to stand up for yourself. You have the right to speak your truth. It just skipped, so divine truth. You have the right to speak your truth. Shout it loud, shout it proud. Doesn't matter what anybody says. Think about it that way, okay? All right. I hope this has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.